hello, 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 hello. How's everybody doing? Hello, hello. It's good to see you again. How is everybody's day? How's everybody's night? How's everybody's time zones going? Good evening, good evening. I'm glad that you could join us. Let's see. Hello, everybody. Hello. I'm so glad that everybody's able to join. And, yes, as far as the questions about food, the last stream did get a little delayed to be about food here and there. Hello there, Alara. Alara is the person that we are hosting this stream in honor of today. Or more, all of you who helped support getting her the care that she needed. You see, this is a special thank you stream. So, for all of you who helped to support it, there is definitely a few who contributed quite a bit. And you know who you are. Thank you in particular to you. But that all said, today is a thank you stream. So, if there are particular triggers that you would like to see today, you can call them out in the chat. And for that matter, if there's any particular worlds you would like to see. Right now, we are starting off in the Cyber Love Cafe by the wonderful Artsy Glitch. This is one of my favorite worlds too, just to hang out in. I really like the quality of the rain, the vibe. Speaking of, how's the audio coming through for you all? It's been a few weeks since we did our last stream, and I had to redo some of the settings. Can you all hear me okay? Is this sounding good? I am so beyond words grateful that we were able to reach the goal. So, absolutely, very much thank you to everyone who helped make that happen. So very much so. But yeah, today if there's anything in particular that you would like to see or experience, all you have to do is just let me know. The chat, so to say, you get the lead, because, or more, you get to tell me what you'd like to see. I am so grateful to every one of you who helped support Signal Boost, who shared. I can hear when you speak, but the whispers not so much, but that might, yeah. Let me see if I can bump the volume a little bit more. Yeah, I dropped down the gain a lot on that. How's that for people? Can you hear me a bit better when I'm whispering? Can you hear me now? So, tell me, everybody, is there a world in particular you would like to see? Are there any triggers that you would Let me see if I can get a better angle here. This is such a quirky world in a lot of different ways. You can hear. Excellent. So glad to hear it. No pun intended. Hello, Gear. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. There we go. I forgot to turn off the drones in the background. They're flying through every now and then. Guess we just get a little bit of extra ambiance at the moment. But yeah, if nothing else, I have some thoughts of some worlds we can hop to in a little while. There's one in particular. Oh, also I like the color of the eyes. Thank you. And I'm glad that you're able to hear better now. It's an interesting challenge getting just enough volume that people can hear and understand me, but gives the whispering quality in the voice. It is a fun audio challenge, that's for sure. I used to do all sorts of audio work. Like I used to be a DJ and various things like that. Excellent. I'm glad to hear that it's doing better. Is it loud enough? Do you need it louder, or is this good? And as I was saying before, there is another world that I'm rather fond of called Hokyo Night that I might take us to, just because it's a really nice ambiance of the city. Whispering quality, that's a new thing now. Indeed. But as I was saying, this stream is a thank you to all of my viewers and supporters who helped get the fundraiser to its goal. That's the important bit. Each of you, every one of you who shared, who gave it a like, who left a comment, those of you who donated, each of you made a difference. Thank you so very much. It means a great deal to me. I just realized I need to make a small adjustment. There we go. Do y'all have any favorite worlds that you go to when you are looking to relax, when you are wanting cozy times? No worries. This stream I'm planning on going for a few hours. So, probably about 3 hours. And yes, it's called Pocket Rain's a good one. Pocket Storm is also a good one. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm planning on going for a few hours here, so I anticipate people will be coming and going as works for them. There's no worries. One of my personal favorite triggers is when the hand is slowly wiped across the face. Just a little bit of a distance just encourages me to blink, to take a moment of stillness. I've been thinking about what we can call our streaming community. Aurora Pines by Froggy has been a favorite for me lately. Oh yeah, that's a really good one. That's a very good one. And I know that you all... Oh, Glimmerglade by May. Yes. Very good. I was just going to say that I know that you all have... Well, not all of you, but some of you. Some, you know who you are. Start calling the group the Milkshake Mafia because of the food derailment. I think we are going to be going with a different name for the community. And I'm going to give it some thought to what will be the best fit for that. I do quite like the face brushing. Gives me a little bit of fandom, so it's nice. Yes, exactly. Very much same here. Sometimes I get the similar from the cupping of the face. It's a little tricky to get just right. I know sometimes people also like directional face brushing. That one can also feel quite cozy. But yeah, this stream, honestly, it's one of those things where, if I'm being completely honest, I didn't expect for us to hit the goal as well as we did. I was expecting to have to find some sort of other way to find help, but you all really blew me away. I'm so deeply grateful, and I was really humbled with the amount of support that everyone showed. Oddly enough, the coldness of my room is somehow contributing to the face brushes in terms of comfort. Nice. Y'all want to be called the cryptids? Tell me, do you want to be a cryptid? And also, kind of wish people brush my face when I'm in VR. Yeah, that can be really nice if it's the right moment of the grand inconvenience. I would prefer to find something a little bit more affirming for the viewers. I'm of a generation where it used to be really common to make self-depreciating jokes about being trash. And I didn't think too much of it. I just sort of accepted it because that was the norm. But, here's the things. Oh, no, you are not going to be called the goons. At least I'm not going to call you the goons. But the thing is that I didn't realize the power of suggestion. I didn't realize how much of an impact that I could have over time. And I think it was initially a Tumblr post of all things that kind of tipped me off to it, of like, hey, every time you're making that joke, you're telling yourself that you're trash, whether you're conscious of it or not. And over time, that piles up. And that was something that took me a little while to wrap my head around. That it was like, hey, you should make different jokes, ones that aren't calling you trash. And it actually took me a while to learn how to do that. It was something that was, I'm happy my little dumpster fell mentioned. Stargazer is another one. I like that. But eventually I did learn how to stop making those jokes, and I actually did notice a difference in my self-esteem. It was actually making a difference. Then eventually I learned more about psychology, power of suggestion, and all sorts of different things. I realized that those reinforcements, those narratives, those stories we tell ourselves, small or big, that makes a big difference. So I don't ever want to call our community here an inconvenience, big or little inconvenience. I want to find words that build people up, that reassure and reaffirm everybody. Stargazers. Oh, that's a good one. Well played. Well played. Okay, I think I'm going to change the world. This background just is not doing it for me the way I thought it would. So, first up, Hogil Nights. So we're going to have a brief intermission as I jump between worlds. I'll still be here to chat. We gaze respectfully. All in favor type yes. You gotta say which one that you're being in favor of. You just tell it and type yes. We've had a few different suggestions. You could be saying stargazers, otherwise known business as. Oh gosh, Gear. You are so stuck on the mafia theme. Here we go. Alright. Now, first I have to hop over here to the player. Tell it to turn off so we don't get a copyright strike. Alright, and next up, let's see if I can Gatling us to the right spot. Oops. No. Here we go. Here we go. This is going to look a little silly for a bit. Especially because I don't have a glider out. Okay. So, let's see. I think I'll go for that building to begin with. I hit the wrong one. Well, let's see if I can get us up there. And one. Okay, and Gatling again. Or grappling, not Gatling. There we go. That was a bit exciting. A fridge? What are we talking about over here? My room has become a walk-in fridge. LOL. Stay warm, don't get too cold. So we can see where you're going as you explore. Oh, that's an interesting idea. Yeah, that's a little bit harder to set up, but I can see what I can do. So, this is Oakhill Nights. This is one of my favorite worlds for doing photography, and sometimes when I'm feeling very urban, starby soon, comet mode, room for when the kitty gets the zoomies. What is Celsius? It's a temperature, silly. It's a unit of measurement. Here we go. Yeah, this background's a bit more active. That's for sure. Let me adjust this a little bit here. Still getting the feel. There we go. Hi. How are you? What you doing? We're at the Sky Tower. How mellow. Yeah. Try to be careful not to give the height too much, like the view of the heights too much, because I know that can be anxiety-inducing for some folk. But skylines tends to be okay, comforting for most folk. I like calling us comets, being with the star theme and referring to how viewers come and go through streams. Ooh, I like that. I really like that. That one just might be it. Tell me, chat, do you want to be comments? How do you feel about being called that? I'm confused. What are you confused about? Also, what is Kelvin? Kelvin is another measurement system for temperature, very similar to Celsius, that allows us to measure against this thing called absolute zero. Yeah, unless y'all want a whole Star Child science lesson, we won't go too deep into that one. Yep. Oh my goodness, you silly, silly beans. Yeah, I think comments is going to be the name for the individual viewers. Now the question is, what to call the group? And I'm sorry for all of you who wanted to be goons. You'll just have to be comments instead for a bit. But comments can still wreak a fair bit of havoc if that's where you're going. Thank you for the mini science lesson. You are welcome. This is actually not the first time that I've delved into streaming. The first time it was a different presentation. It wasn't as an anthropomorphic purple cat, but I experimented with doing science education and presentation And as passionate as I am about the sciences, which I really, really am, I just couldn't keep up with all the news cycles and various updates. Cluster perhaps, nebulous stardust crusaders. I appreciate the mini science lesson. It reminds me of Portal 2. How does it remind you of Portal 2? Are you calling me GLaDOS? The good squad is the subset of the comments. Oops, didn't mean to grab the camera there. Become the Bill Nye of the furry world. Oh, there are so many of those already, though, that do it very well. How did you know? I appreciate the many signs. How did you know what? Portal maybe. Group has some comments. Name for the group. Yeah, name for the group. So oftentimes in communities like this, there'll be names for the individuals, such as, the names for the viewers. That would be comments. I think that is the right one. We've got the Celestial Crossroads. That's the Discord server, but that doesn't quite fit for the sort of long-term goal of, well, not long-term goal, long-term theme of what the viewership as a group would be called. There's usually a name for what the viewership likes to identify as, not just individually, but then collectively. Similar to how people were centering around the concept of being the milkshake mafia, and then the individuals were the goons. It's like, well, what else could they be? They could be something to do with nebulas, something to do with orbits, something to do with... What do you think, chat? Do you have any preferences? I hope you don't mind me getting up all close into the camera. I'm having fun today with the Zoom. The constellation. That could work. The Milky Way galaxy, sweet galaxy. Let's see, I think I'm going to try to find a slightly lower building for us. So we're a little bit too high up. Alright, let's see if I can manage to not send us to our doom down to the street. Here we go. Oops. There. I promise you it's trickier than it looks. What do we got going on, chat, over here? Constellation works for me. Okay. I think just comets work plural, but if another name, the galaxy or the constellation would be my vote. I'll give some thought to that. There we go. That's closer to the view that I was hoping to give y'all. funny as heck that I dyed my hair back in April to represent the color of the galaxies. Then I find myself in the celestial crossroads. There is a certain amount of serendipity there, for sure. I believe it. That sort of thing does happen. Also, for all of you out there, don't forget to drink water. Hear me out, IOTs? No, we're not going subatomic. Or atomic, for that matter. Well, I guess, now I have to be pedantic. Okay, so ions are going to be closer to a combination of quantum effects combined with molecular chemistry. Either way, we're not doing ions. But I appreciate the suggestion. Mango galaxy, more fruity. True. Oh, speaking of water, give me just a moment. Need to drink some myself. Comments are mostly water in some cases. Thus, we must drink water. Indeed. Alright, let's zoom back out a little. Wait, can I send a pic of my hair in the server? Yeah, if you make sure you blur your face out and you don't have anything identifying in your background or the whatnot, you can go ahead and share that. Comment rocketing by yelling, hydrate! Yes, water is essential for voyaging. Good job. Okay, water is important. You gotta make sure you hydrate somehow. So tea, even coffee, water, something. Your body is made of liquids, and you gotta keep those liquids topped up. But I'm not the boss of you. You do you. But I encourage you to take care of your body. My controllers are acting up a little bit today. There we go. Got my fingers back. I've been doing so many expressions. There we go. So tell me, folks, of these streams, what do you tend to prefer more of? Do you prefer more talking of things whispered back and forth? Do you want more triggers? What do you enjoy? This stream, as I was saying, is for all of you. Some talking would be fun, mixing in with mellow vibe. enjoy passing out, so whenever get to me to that point is good. Like your chill vibes either way. Be nice, folks. We are each responsible for ourselves. It's up to us to take care of our bodies. And bullying somebody into it, that doesn't help them in the long run at all. Camera, why are you giving me troubles? Here we go. One thing that I've been considering doing, don't forget comments to give the stream a like. Let YouTube know how. Thank you. I appreciate it. Also, just an idea for a person name thing. It's a decibel, since it's a ASMR channel and all. You know, if we weren't quite so star themed, I think that would be a really excellent ASMR community name. I appreciate the suggestion. But, what was I saying? Ah, yes. So, something that I was considering, that I was giving some thought to, is about where to stream. So we've got YouTube going. I've been considering doing multi-streaming over to Twitch, as I know some people really prefer to go off from that. They have more points there, etc. But that also opens up opportunities of ways that y'all can interact with me for when we're doing streams. That's okay. You can choose to refuse to drink water. That's your choice. But I do encourage folks to take care of themselves where and when they can. That said, back to the idea that I was having is that I was thinking of different ways that people could interact with the chat. And on Twitch, there's these points for people who are in chat that builds up over time, and I've seen it really successfully used with different ASMR creators, where they will set it up so that their users, their viewers, can request specific triggers or interactions or things like that using those points. Unfortunately, YouTube doesn't have something that is equivalent yet. Hello, Dum Num Num. Welcome, welcome. This is our thank you stream for everyone who helped contribute towards getting Alara healthcare. And a superpower meter. Yeah. Yeah, but as I was saying, the point system that's there over on Twitch isn't here on YouTube. And I might be able to come up with an equivalent sort of thing here using the chatbot maybe. But it's going to take a little bit of work to figure out how to get things equal. Because I want to make sure that YouTube gets attention too. I don't want Twitch to be the one that gets only the interactions or something like that. That's something that's been on my mind from a technical perspective, is that I want to make more ways for you all to feel included, to feel like you have a chance to ask for what you would like, especially for those who happen to feel shy. May the power meter be here too. Right? That'd be nice. Okay, I sent it into Photos Chat. Okay, also, I'll check it out later. According to the internet, my laptop shares at least one thing in common with the Mars helicopter. Both run Linux. Low bar, but congrats. But yeah, that's been something on my mind. Trying to figure out how to give a good experience to you all. Unfortunately, I don't have too much to know how. What's a fun fact? Go ahead. What you got for us, Derek? Go on, share with class. Oops, that's the glider. But while we're waiting for the fun fact, the thing that I was about to say. Oh, there it is. NASA budget is less than 1 penny to the dollar compared to the rest of the US. Yeah, it's immense, the amount of stuff that we get out of it, all things considered. I can't stop looking at the tower behind you. The pattern on it looks like the missing texture and source. At least it's not magenta. Am I being silly again, or are we able to request worlds for you to... You can absolutely request worlds for me to visit. This is, as I said before, this is a thank you stream. So if there's any particular triggers any of you would like to have, if there's worlds you'd like to see, all sorts of stuff. Like, worst case scenario is I say I can't do that, but I'm deeply grateful to you all, so I want to try to make this a good event for everybody. Foodies, best one may be eggs, as they are very versatile. Eggs are good. But I don't want to go into too deep in food. Oh my god. Food stream when? Eventually. When food stream? Eventually. Want to get some, yeah. Actually, I'm not even going to speculate on that. You'll have a tendency of apparently making things happen, so eventually. I need to get my life more in order first. Voyager's journey. I didn't know where was different worlds. Was that a request? Oh no, that was just a comment. Okay. Oh, another thing that I've been working on, trying to help make a good environment for you all, give different options, is setting up a Patreon. Oh, hello, welcome. Unfortunately, my Patreon is still suspended. It's under review. I was setting up an automated script to pull when there was members and who the name was and whatnot, so I could put it in a thank you page at the end of my videos. And Patreon didn't like that. In all fairness, my account had been inactive for quite some time, so me suddenly having this big flurry of activity and rebranding the page and all sorts of other stuff, I can understand why they flagged it, but it's a bit of a pain while we wait. what we got here. My brain came up with like 12 minutes late. What about like cosmotana, beings of the cosmos? Oh no, this comment might as well say I was here. It's okay, droid. Thank you for the suggestion. Okay, I found a world. It's called Aquarius by Fence. Oh, I love that world. It's very good. Yeah, we can go there. I've actually got it saved, I believe, so give me just a moment and we can hop over there. Let's see, new world, yes. So we'll have a little bit of a world hopping stream as well today. Yeah, I actually have known Finns in the past. They are quite a talented creator. There's... Alright, portal, and here we go. Whoosh. It'll be a moment as the world loads. I think I need to come up with a good, like, interworld intermission. I'm gonna head out because I gotta get myself some breakfast. Hey, welcome, Australian. And I hope you get some yummy knobs. Here we go. That's the starting area. It's always so pretty with the butterflies. Tour new worlds as we chill together. Off we go into the blue yonder. Here's the intro screen. Oh, it's so pretty. Let's see. Here, I'll give you all a quick 360 of what this looks like. This is one of my favorite worlds as well. Let me just zoom a little bit for you. I'll book you later about a world hop transition visual. Thank you. Into the ether, space intermission theme. All y'all were busy in chat. Love the dissolve effect there. Under the water world, I like the rays. Yeah, I'm rather fond of the rays as well. This can be such an experience of a world to be in. Let's see here. I feel like I'm fighting with the camera a bit today. Here we go. The look at me can be very useful, but it can also be disorienting. Doesn't give me quite as much control as I would like. This is actually my second favorite room here, though. There's two other rooms to either side that we'll check out here in a little bit. Spend a little bit of time here, and then at the top of the hour, I think we'll do a quick break, just so I can get some water and stretch my body. And then we can explore the rest of the rooms after I come back. And then after that, y'all can let me know if there's any other worlds you would like to see. Oh, more things going on in chat. Underwater world, yeah. Whale shark. Yeah, the whale sharks are a particularly cool quality. whale sharks are one of the neater animals in the ocean. They're just so freaking huge. The only downside of these worlds when I go hopping around is sometimes they have really nice, soothing background music that I don't have licensing to. So I have to make sure I mute that out for the stream so I don't get copyrighted. But that was the break sometimes. Does it not fall into fair use? It depends. The tricky bit is that, actually, I'm not going to go into the in-depths of it, of the technicalities with YouTube, but in short, it can cause me to lose monetization for the stream, for at least that section, and it, in certain cases, could lead to a copyright strike. So, just for the sake of keeping my life easier, it's just so much better just to cut it out entirely. Jellyfish are also nice, like a bundle. I'll give you a sneak hint. One of the rooms that we're going to be going to in a few minutes involves jellyfish. It's super cozy. Tell me, have y'all spent much time in the ocean before? It can be a really magical experience. What's that? Fish. Crinoid kangaroo. I actually don't know what crinoid means, but I'm assuming that's maybe a genus or something of jellyfish. Ah. I've been watching a number of videos by the Octopus Lady, and she was talking about, and one of the ones that I watched about, Featherstar. Twitch streams are safer, so perhaps at some point they'll do streams with local audio, should the occasion call for it. But most likely not, because ideally there will be a joint Twitch YouTube streams. Yep, that is correct. Alright folks, we're going to take a short break here so that I can go drink some water and stretch my body. So, hang tight, and then we're going to be doing some more exploration of the different rooms. Hello, we have returned. How's everybody doing? I hope you got some water. I got some water. I also stretched my body some, and that felt good. Pretty fun to watch a new stream, pretty cozy. I'm glad that you're enjoying. Hydration reminder indeed. Okay, so, everybody. Important question. Which room do we go to first? Room number 1 or room number 2? Give me a quick response in chat. Which one do you want? 1 or 2? Let's find out. Thank you for the welcome back. Let's see if I can flip this around. Such a beautiful world. We've got votes coming in. Good. Let's take a look here what we got. Room number 3. We're in room number 3, you goober. Room number 2, room number 1, room number 2. Yeah, we're in room number 3. The question was room number 1 or room number 2. Okay, let's do a quick count here. Alright, it looks like room number 2. I think that was the one I was pointing for, room number 2. Y'all are a bunch of instigators, my goodness. Okay, I'm going to flip the camera around so you can see my view. We're going through here. There is no room number 4, you sillies. Bunch of silly pants. Silly beans. Ooh, big. Think that was an actual whale. Not just a whale shark, yeah? That's exactly what that is. Use the Gogo Loco to fly up and swim with the fish. No, we're not swimming with the fish. Besides, I think the collider would stop me. I'll give it a try. Let's see. Oh, it does let me out, but it does not look great. So we're just going to reset. Oh, that was disorienting. Okay, this is just the in-between though. And yeah, it's got some similarities to Subnautica. I guess there is kind of a room number 4, which would be the bedroom here. Which I consider this room though as just an extension. Oops. An extension of this room. It's got some holographic fish here. And a bunch of jellyfish. Just doing their thing. So, you get jellyfish background for a little bit. They're just chilling. will admit, I am so excited for Subnautica 2. I know that's not a super chill game exactly, but it is a style of game that I really, really enjoy. Less so for the jump scares, but just the way it approaches biology, the science behind it, all sorts of different things like that. It is a really good vibe, yeah. The water of land, home to many fishes and of heavens, like the reef backs as they are so chill. Yeah, me too. Hello, Troubled. Or Trouble, excuse me. You have asked us what our fave ASMR time, so it's mine. Ugh. I particularly enjoy, there's two different styles that really appeal to me. First one is visual ASMR, things that trigger my phantom sense, that give me a sense of connection, that intimacy. That I really, really like the feel of. And then, as far as the other one, it's actually something that I've only seen one ASMR artist do in the way that, like, it's just right. That's Osley ASMR with her. She taps the camera lens with a bit of an effect and says, "Focus on me." And I'm not going to copy it because, honestly, that one belongs to her. She came up with it, but it gives the brain such tingles. Honestly, I would love to visit a place like this in real life, even if it was leak-proof. There are aquariums that I've been to in the past that are like this. These places do exist in some form or fashion, not exactly like this world. Like, it's definitely on the more extreme side. But here, we'll give a little bit more of the Art Deco vibe. And the pressure proof, since it's probably more than 1K meters. No, this is not 1K meters. Jellyfish are surprisingly adaptable to a wide range. Part of the big trick is making sure that, obviously there are some limitations, but one, you just create a pressurized tank. But two, making sure that you give them the right light requirements. Secret cat spotted. There is a secret cat. We've got an imposter. I've not been to enough aquariums to be able to say which one happens to be a favorite, but I've been to a few. But it's also been over 6 years for me since I've been to an aquarium in person, if I recall correctly. The pandemic really changed my habits as far as where I went. Kotoku, yes. Sells cat. Here, let's go investigate the cat together. Okay, tell me, cat. Are you okay with being on stream? Yeah? Yeah, we're good. So, any commenters or any comments for chat back at home? It purred. I'm still squatting down. Let me fix that. I need to get down to the cat's level. Monterey Bay Aquarium is really nice. They've got an area dedicated to jellyfish. Seals are cute as well. Jellyfish swim. I went to the Seattle Aquarium the moment it reopened after the pandemic. So good. Oh wow. That sounds quite impressive. I've not been to the Monterey one. The cat speaks for its all as it looks pretty relaxed too. Yeah, it looks very chill. Alright, I think I will take us to the next room. Then y'all can let me know what you think. If there's one thing that Fins just does absolutely amazingly well, it's atmospherics of worlds. Zoom in, yeah. Oh, new area. Another tunnel. Let's see, do we have any other fishies that are new here? No, this one looks more chill. Ah, that would make sense. There's an aquarium in my area. I haven't been in a while. But they finished a new wing with a few months ago and intend to take my younger cousins to see it once they're done with the school year. Cool. Oh. Okay, we've got a bar area. Some really pretty decorations above. Central. I really like the lighting. It's very postmodern. Another secret kitty. It's sort of a dining experience. Let's see. And a giant sea turtle. Yes. Okay. Let's see here. There's our turtle friend. Hi, turtle. I like turtles. Turtle. Yeah, exactly. Kelp forest. You know, that reminds me. There was a period of time where I was studying, just as a personal project, about the potential of growing macroalgae, which is what kelp is. It's a type of macroalgae. But I was looking at possibly growing some for the sake of carbon sequestration, figuring out ways of doing all sorts of science with it. I wanted to see if there was a way to create at-home photobiogenerators. Not so much for the electricity, but just for the sake of being able to create all sorts of different things with the algae. Fave fish, not so much, but Fave exhibits at the kelp forest in million-gallon tanks. Yeah, no kidding. That sounds amazing. So much water, wow. Kelp forests are home to many fishes. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad that you could join us. This is a cozy space for everybody, and also in particular a thank you space for everyone who helped support getting the fundraiser met or moderator. Love making bonfires with the kelp that washed up and dried out on the beach. I never thought of doing that. I have so many questions for you later about that. That sounds amazing though. So I know certain types of seaweed are, and kelp is a type of seaweed. I know that there's a type of kelp that I believe is used in Japanese cooking. I can't remember the specific name of it. So, kind of. I was half tempted. I wouldn't recommend biting into the kelp. That probably would not be a pleasant experience for you. Only one way to find out. Oh god. There are better ways to find out. Don't listen to her. A bunch of troublemakers, the lot of you. Nori seaweed is what's used in Japan. Yep, nori is a type. That is correct. There is also, I believe it's konbon, which is, I believe, a form of kelp. That is used specifically in creating stock, what they refer to as dashi. It's usually used in different soups, like ramen and whatnot. But here you are getting me on talking about food again. Okay, but it does look like an underwater tree. This is true. It is basically an underwater tree. A little bit of science thing is that I used to be under the impression that the majority of the oxygen that we have in our world came from trees on land. And then I heard that the majority of it comes from the ocean, so maybe it was coming from, these big kelp blooms and things like that. But then I found out that the vast majority of the photosynthesis in the ocean is by a special type of plankton. Really, really tiny critters that would create oxygen through photosynthesis and all that, but microscopic, super, super tiny, and many science snips. Yeah, you're not going to be able to escape the science snips here and there. That's going to be part of the stream experience with the Star Child. But yeah, it's something that I found really wondrous. It made sense from a math perspective, surface area and all that. The conceit has ASMR if you have time. I might steal that. Speaking of food, I think it could be a decent idea to grow kelp on a large scale to replace alfalfa as cattle feed, to save on water in the western U.S. Potentially. Kelp has some complexities as a crop. Part of it is the preservation of it. It can decay rather quickly, but also it tends to require salt water. So, desalinating it to a point where it's edible for different animals may be a bit difficult, but it's certainly worth exploring. It's worth thinking about. what things could use, well, sharing the knowledge from the library that is the universe itself. I've heard about the idea of sinking logs and kelp into the ocean as a way of sequestering carbon in the deep ocean. Yep, that's a very common one. Phytoplankton, yes, that's correct. There was a city that was implemented an algae tank to use as a carbon sink and a sort of bio-battery. That wouldn't surprise me. It's tactically acquired. Yes, well said. Khajiit is innocent of these crimes. It is difficult to do a Khajiit voice that is upset about being arrested and keep it at a whisper at the same time. Voice actors, if you want a challenge, there you go. Khajiit are not exactly known for being quiet, yeah. They do have, unfortunately, a little bit of a reputation for getting in some trouble, but only the ones that get caught. I like to think that Khajiit are actually quite effective at being quiet for the most part. It's just they have to be loud for when they're training or trying to get out of trouble. You'll meet a bunch of goofballs in chat again. You know, there's this game that has been on my wish list for a while called Dyson Sphere. I think it's Dyson Sphere. And it's one of those ones where, on one hand, I really love the idea of factory building games. On the other hand, it involves so much work. And, I get really tired. I want to go take a nap when I play those games. I can only play a short while, then I come back and I'm like, what was I doing? Dyson Sphere building game. Yeah. It looked like an interesting one, but honestly, if we were going to be playing a game together or something like that, I'm much more interested in doing that librarian game at some point. That one looks really interesting. The idea of unlocking bits of knowledge, spells, etc. as you sort out a mystical library. Yeah, satisfactory, but on a galactic scale. I have a satisfactory playthrough that I'm doing with a close friend of mine. I've gotten fairly far along, but it's one of those ones where I have to pace myself, because I am doing the stream, and I'm also recording videos and editing, managing a Discord server, and doing posts, a lot on text, like Blue Sky and community posts. And, oh, that's a good idea. I should do that. I'll do that right after the stream. And then I also have a full-time job that I do on top of this. It keeps life interesting. We'll just put it that way. So, unfortunately, the really big building games and stuff like that, I have to be a little careful with, because I end up getting a bit tired from it. But I do really enjoy the idea of puzzles and thinky games, ones that cause me to plan and come up with strategies. But yes, I will make my stream list available to you all after the stream. We could have a book to read together as we scope the library. Yeah? Deep Rock Galactic, hear me yours. Diggy, diggy, hole. Diggy, diggy, hole. Yeah, I have not played, or I have played Deep Rock Galactic. I do have it myself. Probably a little too hectic to do on streams, but it can be fun. It can be an enjoyable one. But I have actually, on the note of reading, I've actually considered doing a story time stream at some point, of like sitting down with a cozy book next to a fireplace and just reading to folks for a bit. Some people really enjoy that sort of thing. They can't sit down and play them for a long time due to ADHD taking over. Yeah, that's much of my problem as well. The struggle is so real. It's fun until you forget something important. Yeah. And then you go, oh no, I have to rebuild everything. But yeah, just some nice crackling fire in the fireplace. I would want to somehow set it up so that I can do a physical book, so that you all can hear the pages turn. So I'd probably need to set up a webcam for myself or something, so that I can be here in space in VR, and also be able to capture all the audios properly. Take a little bit of work to get it just right, but I think it could be an enjoyable time. The real question, though, the tricky one, is asking, what book would I read? Book prompt swish. I could do a book prompt, yeah, but I think the audio would need to be live, something from an actual book. My ADHD loves Power Wash Simulator as well. You gotta wear giant cat claws for that book reading. I have secrets. I have things for the future for this channel that could tie in well there, but that may be more of a thing than you think. If you got the decimal, your builds are very close together, so you gotta tear down half a factory to put up a new pipe. It depends on how you set things up. But yes, that is a risk factor. I know some people, when they play games, they're all about the efficiency. They're like, they want to get the ratios dead on. They want to get everything just completely knocked out. But for me, I go a lot more just from the vibes. I like the idea of just the building and the exploring and whatnot. I'm not too picky about getting every last bit of resource out of a node or situation. You've got plans that you cannot share with us right now because the haters will sabotage you. No, I have plans for the future that are secret because they're fun. Sometimes secrets are fun. And also, I don't want to spoil the surprise. Yeah, that's a good way of thinking it. Oh, you're fine. Yeah, no worries at all. I'm just being overly dramatic myself. Just let me try something. Oh gosh. Kier, I'm not your boss. Yeah, there is a secret cat in here. Oh, wait, there's a fish. There's a fish inside. Did I catch it? No. I swear, I just saw a fish fly, like swimming through the air inside here. It got through the aquarium glass. They're escaping containment. Well, yeah, I guess we've been in the world long enough that they're starting to glitch a little bit. That happens sometimes with these fish worlds. Yes, flying fish, exactly. Very unexpected flying fish. Like, it was so unexpected that, like, it caught me off guard. I wasn't even thinking, I was just like, oh, that's a thing. Wait, that's not supposed to happen. Alright, I think it's time we move spaces again. So, tell me folks, do you have a world you would like to visit? If so, drop in the chat. We can take us over to the... Wait, is there another room over here that got changed? Whoa, this is new. I didn't realize... Oh, no, it's not new. This is here, but I forgot those existed. Here, let me switch my camera around for you. Sure, we can go to Room of the Rain. That used to be my home world for a long time. We won't spend terribly long there, but we can go drop by and say hi. Somewhere here. Over our pines. Yeah, that's where we'll go next after this. There we go. It's been a long... Oops. It's been a long time since I've been here. Looks like they updated the skybox a little bit. Possibly. This was one of my very first home worlds. I have a lot of memories here. Let's see, when was it last updated? Oh, looks like this was updated just this past December. Yeah, it's a gorgeous world in a lot of ways. It's very simplistic. But what it does well. It's also very performant, which is nice. Colors are a little bit off, though. I'm guessing they added some sort of post-processing. Ah, there it is. Oh well. Won't mess around with the settings too much. It's still getting updated. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a really good world. Fits the cosmic theme well. For me, I really enjoyed when I would just spawn in and there'd be the rain. I would just sort of take a moment and let that water run over me and let myself just have a moment of stillness. Here, let's have a moment of Ma. And we're back. I've been exploring with the concept of Ma, both in some of my more recent videos, but also something I'm planning on in future ones. Moments of stillness, of peace, slices of life, if you will. There's a much better description out there than that somewhere, I'm sure. But it's a convenient shorthand. Now, let's see. Got Aurora Pine somewhere here. I'm just going to take a moment to pull it up. Ah, there it is. Here we go. I'll go ahead and switch the perspective again. Okay, so we've got two directions. One inside. Perhaps you should take a moment to tell people what Ma is, for those who don't know. I was considering that, but honestly, don't know it well enough to give a really good definition. Like, to be able to explain it, it's something I'm still learning myself. I would hate to mislead people. Here we go. This is a nice angle. Tell me, chap, what do you think? My brightness a little bit up. Let's see. Let's match the environment a little bit more. There we go. The snow is very pretty in the background there, with the aurora. You know, a lot of times when people think of the aurora, they just think of the aurora borealis, the northern lights. Don't forget there's also the aurora australis, the southern lights. Although, admittedly, you're not going to see those sorts of pines and snow with the aurora australis, so fair call. Hello, I must have missed a bit of this since I was out of the house. Wanted to give my well wishes again before skedaddling. Thank you for dropping by. Thank you for the well wishes. Thank you for the support. Makes a huge difference. Each of you made such an important difference. Thank you. That means a great deal to me. I do love when it snows. It's a shame it doesn't really snow in the UK. Right? Yeah, that can be a little tricky. Love your stuff, but oh, thank you. I'm glad you enjoy. Yeah, I'm really glad that this space, the work that I do, is able to bring comfort to people. That's, at the end of the day, one of my key motivations. Loved watching the auroras out my window when I'm living in Alaska. Spent hours doing that. Oh my goodness, I can only imagine. I've had the opportunity to see the aurora before in person, but only on rare occasions. Usually when I was out traveling really far north of the lake. But nothing quite as overhead as this, that's for sure. One other thing, just as a side thought for a moment. Something I've been considering about the potential of is doing like a monthly member meetup in VR. Obviously, not nothing in person for safety's sake. But yeah, like setting up maybe like a group or something for members inside of VRChat. That setting it up so that maybe we do like an anime hangout or some sort of thing like that. A bit too cold for my liking. The cold is an acquired taste for sure. I'm curious about the other end of this building, so we're going to go take a quick trip over there. Oh, it's got some good outside. Okay, we'll go over there in a sec. Maybe I won't skedaddle. Hey, you're certainly welcome here. Thank you for dropping by. Skedaddle or not, your presence is appreciated. We're a pretty sky. Okay, so it looks like there is a spot for a bean outside. So I'm going to go check that out real quick. Currently cleaning my brand new rollerblades. Oh, heck yeah, congrats. That's awesome. I'm not sure that I'll do a cuddle puddle, but I'll note the suggestion. But what's this over here? Something blinky. Well, some sort of machine. I remember that being a thing. Oh, it's some teleportation thing. We'll go over there some other time. Let's see, if I recall correctly, there are a few cozy spots outside. Some campfires and the like. Yeah, if I recall correctly, there's one just over this way that will fit the vibe well. Here we go. Oh, this is a tent area. I thought it'd be outside, or I thought it would be oh, is it this one over here that I'm thinking of? Maybe. It's that thingamajig. Indeed. Ah, okay, that's the VIP area over there. Okay, we'll just hang out with one of the campfires then. That's fine. Let's see here. Getting nice and cozy. There we go. Yeah. I was looking for furniture, but it's alright. This spot will work well. I'm laying right now. Wrong person. Oh, okay. This is a nice cozy spot. Yeah, rollerblading is tough work. Don't forget your safety gear. Your wrists are hard to replace. There's definitely a certain amount of nostalgia, though, for rollerblading back when it was a really big thing. hands are handy. Useful even, indeed. So yeah, we need your help. Insomnia has declared war. No, that's horrible. I'll wind down for sleep in about, just a little over an hour. So stick around and hopefully the cozy space helps you get a nice restful state until then. But the insomnia struggle, I feel you so hard on that. Oh my goodness, this is difficult. Let me experiment with something real quick. Tell me, do you prefer the semi-blurry background? Or do you prefer it? Or do you prefer it more just in focus? Which feels cozier? Oh, wow, you all got busy for a second. Let me catch up here on chat. Thinking I maybe play VRChat here soon. Last note actual. Desktop is good. I started off as a deskie for several months. Also, good luck with the sleeps. I'm just here to go. Something won't have its way. Kinda like that detail. Okay, I'll go ahead and leave that for now. I may turn on the look at me forward though. I can make it a bit easier to stay in focus. Let's see if I turn a little bit more that way. So the fire's just a little bit in the frame. There we go. Okay, you got it. Although for when we're exploring, I'll turn it off. Otherwise, you'll just have blurred running around. We'll have the oops, I forgot my glasses simulator. Welcome, Scrub. I'm glad you could join us for a bit. Let's see. Oh, one of my other favorite triggers, since you were asking about it earlier. Stress pulling. I wasn't trying to pull the camera. Sorry, Jen. I really enjoy the feel of stress pulling. Don't eat the spicy rocks. It's not good for you. Just that a little bit. We fly. Actually, one of the ASMR artists that I watch, that's a really popular thing that people sometimes ask for, is they want uppies. They're like, whoosh. Tell me, chat. Do you enjoy the uppies? Oh gosh, no, we're not doing chewing metal in the chat. Stop it. That's right out. I'd love a flying ASMR. as someone who's pretty much a parent, right? So, one thing that I've tried doing is a driving ASMR video, and I still have plans for that. But one of the tricky things is that when I'm in VR, if I move too quickly, my ears fly back and my hair goes whoosh. And let me tell you, it looks really silly after a while of all of those just popping around. But that said, I have some special ideas of how to be able to still do a driving video. It might be me as a passenger instead. Or, I don't know, we'll figure something out. Hair flies, accurate, yeah. I mean, the thing is that I could theoretically turn off the fizz bones, the thing that allows for the moving around, but that can look and feel very stiff after a while. That's not really... You'll knock it off with the metal talk. Find something else to talk about. Thank you. So, that all said, let's take a quick break. I need to drink some water real quick. And yeah, stretch my body. And then I will be back in just a few minutes. Hang tight, folks. Won't be long. Okay, folks. Hello. Hello. Thank you, everybody, for waiting. I got some water. Got to stretch my body some. Let's catch up on what's going on in chat real quick. Coffee can be dangerous in too much quantities, that's for sure. Really liking the stream. Oh, thank you. I'm really glad that you're enjoying. Wait, while they're gone, do things. That's why I've got moderators. What do you think of Silk Song? Have you played? I haven't played Silk Song myself, but I've heard really good things. Although I've also heard that it's extremely difficult, and I'm not that good at platformers. Oh, I just realized I had forgotten that slight detail with my eyes. The emission was still turned up. There we go. That should let some more detail through. What do you think? I really like the OST. Yeah, it was very good. I'm glad that you've been enjoying the stream. You know, I try really hard to make it a cozy space for people, even if it's a bit silly and fun. Well, hey, Nifty, welcome. I'm glad you could make it. And yeah, this is my second ASMR stream. I'm only just now starting to do these regularly. This is my first quote-unquote regular stream. I'll be doing them on Mondays. I think it's a Monday. Yeah, it's a Monday. It's way better than trying to play ranked on any Apex Legends. Honestly, that's a very low bar. It's an Apex. Oh, I'm skipping that. Battle Royale. Okay. Oh, so very good. Hello, welcome back. Honestly, I have streams open on my PC and my phone. Well, awesome. I'm glad you're enjoying. Good luck with the skates. Don't forget your helmet. It's so important. I'm tempted to go back on Titanfall 2 while listening to the stream. Hey, as long as you're having fun. Here we go. There we go. There we go. So, I am thinking that we'll hang out for another half hour or so, shooting the metaphorical poo conversationally. And then after that, I'll switch over to us doing a more sleepy wind down for folks. I know some of you are struggling with falling asleep, and I like to put in a spot near the end specifically for hoping to give people some guided relaxation, helping people feel a little bit cozier, a bit safer, and maybe if we're really, really lucky, being able to drift off to some sleep. And thank you for taking care of yourself. I appreciate it. Also, just double checking. Can y'all hear me okay? During the first stream that I did, there were some audio issues switching back and forth between stream and break. I just want to make sure that it's coming through loud and clear. Get some of that honk shoe. Yes, exactly. sounds good. So, we can hang out by the fire and we'll enjoy the auroras, or if y'all want, we could hop to another world. There's that world by May that was recommended. We can check that out. Or we could go somewhere else. Or, I don't know. What sounds good to you all? This is your space. This is your time. I was only checking the vid more closely. That is a very funny mental image, doing duck walks and rollerblades in a kitchen. I'm glad that you managed to not, I hope, injure yourself or your environment. Generally speaking, rollerblades are a thing people do on the outside of their house. New, okay, we gotta vote for a new world. Any other preferences? Let's see. Let me turn off the focus for this bit. Alright, while folks are responding, I'm going to go take a quick look. I think it was Glimmerglade that Alara recommended. That one should work well. So what I'm going to do is we're going to hop over there. And we're going to have a bit of a fade out for a second. Poof. And I'll be back in just a moment here after the world is done loading. I forgot. Oh, the camera's all the way down there. Hi, camera. Come back up here. I forget what it was called. The world that was just a small strip of concrete. Row down the middle of the ocean. Oh, yes. Do you take world suggestions? I like to collect calm world. Yes, I do collect calm worlds and take suggestions. I'm taking extra suggestions today because this is a thank you stream. So, to a certain degree, I'm letting folks decide a lot more than usual what we do because, quite frankly, this is for you. This space is for everyone who helped out with the fundraiser. That said, let's do a quick tour. It would help if I hit the right button. Oh, I have the look at me still turned on. That's what's going on. There we go. So this is the inside. It's a quick view of the outside. And there's technically a loft up there too. All sorts of cozy spaces on the inside here. But then, don't know why, but for some reason I feel anxious because I ended up missing a good hour of the stream. Oh, don't worry about it. Oh, okay, hold on 1 second. First, the stream is recorded. You can always watch that afterwards. So it's totally fine. And 2, this is a no stress space. It's okay. This is a safe space. You don't have to worry about it at all. I very much appreciate every bit of support, but also, I'm just glad that you're here now. No stresses. So, we're going to take a peek outside now. And there's all sorts of things out here. Two of my favorites out here. You're welcome. First one is out here. It's just a sort of a picnic-y area outside the house. The house really blends in if you aren't looking for it. Then there is another space over here that's a bed surrounded by something of a stream, which is super cozy. I really like the callback to, oh gosh, what movie was that? One of the Studio Ghibli films. My Neighbor Totoro. And then there's also a secret hidden area. There's two hidden areas. So the first one is this well here. I think you can hop in. There we go. And we are in a bit of a cave here. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad you could join us. And it's such a cozy sort of space. I really, really like the lighting in these worlds. To get back up, we have to respawn. So, jumping back to the beginning. And now, here's one of my personal favorite areas. This one right here. There's just a pond and the night sky. And a really nice picnic blanket sort of setup. Let's see. Give me just a moment to get a little cozy here. There we go. And I'm going to experiment with turning on the blur, the focus, but I'm not sure if that'll work out okay. Well, it does. Get a little bit of the stars still. You should be able to still see the shooting stars when they come through. Congratulations on your room no longer being a fridge. I know some people who really enjoy it being cooler in their environment, and I know some people who really need it to be warmer. Myself, I kind of fall in the middle. My fellow chat people, I have a question for you all. What is the... Depends on the type of swallow. I know that there have been some serious answers to that though, but genuinely, I don't remember what they are. Good Monty Python reference. Exactly. Night walks can be enjoyable depending on the area. One of my videos that I will sometimes put on is there's these videos of people who walk around Japan at night. Sometimes Tokyo or Osaka, various places. And sometimes it's during the rain, sometimes it's just daytime or nighttime walk, the weather's clear. And there's something that I find uniquely soothing about that. It was especially helpful during the times of lockdown and not being able to go out and do things. Night walks are lovely, indeed, indeed. I don't know myself. Fair enough. But yeah, for me, it's one of those things where I have a rather deep love for Japan and many of its architecture, places. And I'm not there right now, and the likelihood of me being able to travel there in the future, anytime recent, is going to be unlikely. So it's kind of my way of still getting to enjoy that from a distance. It can still be quite beautiful and lovely, seeing life going about its business. How did I get sent to half an hour ago? So y'all are being silly in chat. I'll be in here just on my phone, and it's too soon to leave. Hey, I'm glad that we can be a pocket companion as you go on your journey. Nice seem to rewatch it. Whatever. So, tell me, folks, what type of evening wind down would you like? We could do a cosmic wind down, something of being wrapped among the stars. We could do something more earthly, grounded in the forest. You are now Pocket Cat. Sagely nod. But yeah, we could do all sorts of different things. Actually, before we go digging too far into that, how many of you got a chance to watch the Realm Walkers video? The most recent one. Did you enjoy it? I'm really curious what y'all thought. Could we get a purring wind down? I don't have things set up just yet for a purring wind down. But actually, yeah. Give me a sec to get that set up. But I think we could probably do something like that. But I am still curious what y'all thought of, I don't know if Star can poem. I can't purr directly, but I can put it in an audio source and do some movie magic metaphorically to be able to purr. Oh, David Bull is fantastic. I really enjoy his wood carving work. Big agree. Visiting a shop in Asakusa is on the list of things that I would like to accomplish, if possible. Even better if it's while he's still kicking around. That would be really lovely. He's got a very, almost Bob Ross-esque type vibe to him. You enjoyed the video? Glad to hear it. I did like it. I ended up falling asleep partway through. Oh. I'm glad that it was effective for you. I always enjoy when my videos are able to help people to get to sleep or feel calmer. There's actually two different ways of purring. Well, there's probably more, but two that I've confirmed that you can vocally create with the human palate. One involves the vibration of the uvula at the back of the throat. But you have to have just the right throat structure for it, and takes a lot of practice. The other involves rolling the R's with the tip of the tongue. Ironically enough, for some anatomical reasons, I am not able to do either of them, which is so dang ironic and frustrating. But the struggles are real. Okay, let me see if I can add the purring sound. Just going to have to be really careful that I don't accidentally delete my microphone in the process. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. I will warn you, there is the potential this might be a little loud when it first loads. I'll adjust it as quickly as I can. Alright. There we go. And there's that one. And there's my sounds folder. Ironically, I have one for heartbeats. Oh, is this the one? I think that's the right one. Alright. Let's see here. Oh, that looks loud. Let me cut that down. There. I tried both, but yeah, it can take a lot of practice to do well. How's the purring sound? Is that too loud, too quiet? Just right? How's that sound to you? Oh, that sounds good. Awesome. Awesome. Glad to hear. Oops, come back here, camera. Not done with you yet. Currently cannot hear it at all. Oh. It sounds quiet after the adjustment. Okay. No worries. I hope you have a really good night too. Let's see here. Let me adjust it. There. Is that a better audio level? Is that more audible? Is that too loud? Too quiet? Let me know what you think. There we go. A little quiet, but I can hear it. Okay. Let me adjust it a little bit further. I just didn't want to blow out the audio for you. Oh, okay. I'll turn on the monitor real quick so I can hear it myself. There. How's that for everybody? Maybe the low frequencies of the sound make it look louder than it actually is. Yeah, that's quite possible. Forests like this likely made memories of the 70s and 80s kids having with their tree houses and tree forts. Yeah, that it does. Sounds good and lovely. Wait, why is it popping like that? Oh, yeah. That is an issue with the file itself. We have to drop the audio and clean it up later. I'm sorry, folks. This one's not going to work. I'll have to clean up the file later. It was a try. Yeah, it was an issue with the audio clip. I'll have to recut the file. That was an older one, so it likely has a glitch with it. Sorry, folks. But that said, the good news is you have the power of your imagination, and I think I can still work with that to make sure that this is a cozy, comfortable space for you all. One that helps you wind down. Yeah, I don't want to leave that playing for the whole time with the pop like that. We have to recut it. But that all said, that all said, why don't you all go ahead and get yourselves somewhere comfortable for the wind down tonight? Thanks for doing it. You're welcome. You're very, very welcome. I'm glad I was able to help at least a little bit. So, what I want you to do is go ahead and find somewhere comfy for you to lay down, to sit, or perhaps I can help you install on your app for future streams. Thank you. Yeah, I've got one that I can use in the future. I don't have brushies ready right now, but that's one we can put together in the future. Right here. The job is currently known. Condolences. So, I'm going to stop responding to chat as quickly, because we're going to start doing the wind down. So, chat's going over to the side for a bit. And if anything urgent comes up, we'll get pinged. But, that said, I want you to go ahead and get yourselves comfortable. Your body can tell you what you need. Maybe you need to sit up on a comfortable pillow, or against the wall, or maybe it's finding a cozy spot in your chair, or possibly it's laying down on your bed, or on a couch. Either way, I want you to go ahead and find a cozy space for your body. As you do that, your body can be very good at telling you what position is going to be most comfortable for it. And perhaps you'll just find your body finding that position just right. Good. And after you've found yourself in your comfy spot where you can relax or doze off, whoever happens to be right, then I want you to just take a moment to take a slow, deep breath we'll start with the exhale. Clearing those lungs out. And now a slow inhale. And hold your breath for a moment. And a gentle exhale. Good. Good. We're going to do one more of those. Clearing out those lungs. Good. And a slow inhale. And hold. And slow exhale. Good. Now you can take a moment and just let those thoughts go. You might start to feel a little bit of the weight of your body on the surface that you're sitting or laying on, reminding of you of your connection to this world. In this space and in this moment, you're safe. Your stresses and your worries, you can let them down for a moment. You can let them go for right now, and that will be okay. The ones you need to carry, they'll be there when you need to pick them back up. But for right now, this is a space of recuperation, of recovery, and of rest. So maybe if you can let them go a bit, you can feel those stresses just drifting down, drifting away. Not too far, just enough that you can have the space that you need to recover. Good. And maybe we'll take another moment for your body to adjust. Are there any small adjustments your body needs right now? A small wiggle? Is there an itch on your nose you need to scratch? Is there anything that you need to do to really feel at peace? And maybe you'll find yourself in that cozier, comfier space. Good, good. And myself, I personally really enjoy a lightly weighted blanket on me when I'm about to lay down for rest. So maybe you'll want to pull a blanket over you, or if it's not the right space for that, you can imagine a weighted blanket, pulling one over on you. yourself. You can feel that gentle, reassuring pressure. Good, good. And now we're just going to gently, carefully brush those remaining stresses and worries that are clinging on. Just going to remind them that it's okay to let go in this moment and in this space. There we go. Good, good, good. And now that you found yourself in this comfy, cozy, just the right amount of warm space, you can start to drift gently and softly. Sometimes I imagine myself somewhere comfortable when I'm wanting to sleep. I might start picturing places that have made me feel comfortable or happy. And perhaps in this moment you'll have a cozy memory or space coming to mind with you wrapped in your blanket, reminding you of things that feel good, of spaces that feel nice. As you find yourself drifting oh so softly with these memories of comfortable, safe, good moments, you can find your eyes just closing gently with no rush, just at the time that feels right for you. A natural sort of exhale as the last bits of those stresses and worries are fading away. And you can feel your body relaxing as your muscles become looser, as that tension fades from your body. There you go. There you go. Good, good, good. drift down gently, softly, to a comfortable, cozy space, to your dreams, to the spaces that feel good for you, where rest and recovery can happen for your body and your mind, where your heart can recover. This space is yours. This space is for you to rest, to recover, to heal, to grow. Cozy, comfy space. I just want to by you being who you are, through your acts of compassion, of kindness, of mindfulness. You make a positive difference in this world, bit by bit. And I want you to know that I am so deeply grateful for each and every one of you, for the kindness that you have shown, for the support that you have given. You have made such a tremendous difference. I want you to know, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you so much for your support and for helping to look after our community. It means such a great deal. those of you who are still awake, I'll see